It's the moment every sportsman dreads, the end of their glittering career. Most professional sportsmen have less than 15 years at the top of their sport, and only a tiny percentage earn enough in their short careers to set them up for life.
A lot of rugby players, perhaps when they sign their first contract, think this is going to be a sort of gravy train for many years, but yeah, we know they absolutely have to go and work, and again it's using that opportunity as professional sportsmen to sort of seek out opportunities and work placements and building relationships so they can actually go forward and take their skills into another work environment.
Tennis stars in the top 20 earn over $1 million a year on average, but below the top 100, players will be on a downward slide from $200,000 a year. That may seem impressive, but taken as an average over a lifetime rather than a playing career, and money starts to get more than a little tight, and it can be as tough psychologically as financially.
It's a challenge for any sportsman. What do you do when you retire? Because you've been so one-dimensional, putting all your efforts into tennis. A lot of players, they go back into tennis. Myself, I've come to work for the LTA with a lot of the youngsters and up-and-coming player, which I enjoy. I do my commentary work, and I still get to play some senior tennis because I didn't do too badly on the tours. But if you're more of a journeyman, then it can be more challenging sometimes.
The goal of many is to stay within their field of professional sport, but the opportunities here are few and far between.
Those jobs tend to go to the top household names. So really it's our role through the PRA to try and explore all the options with the players, not just in the 6 months before they retire, but really years before they retire, to start planning for that retirement and work out what they want to do.
No matter how good your planning, however, the spectre of injury always looms large. John Scales was a professional footballer for Liverpool, Tottenham Hotspur and England, whose career was cruelly curtailed.
The fact that I had injuries for a long period of time there, about 3 or 4 years at Tottenham, really brought to focus the fact that my playing career was coming to an end, and I really needed to plan for a post-career.
And even then it does not always guarantee success. John's first forays into the world of business resulted in the ultimate sporting nadir: defeat.
I failed in many ways. I got a huge experience from the licensing and merchandising agency that I set up and ran, but that ultimately failed, and that was a huge learning curve for me. It was a very difficult time that I went through. I think I came out of it stronger and better for it.
And that never say die spirit is as valuable an asset in the office as it is on the field of play.
You think about all the skills that they have, teamwork, which is a very valuable commodity in any organisation, tremendous discipline, normally some good humour in there and good humility as well, and determination as well. So there's some fantastic transferable skills that we actually try and identify within players to make them realise that they can bring an awful lot to the party.
And many businesses are quick to realise that having a retired pro on the team sheet can be a really good signing.
The relationship with PlayStation came about really from setting up the event company, and that was really looking at providing football kit to schools, to clubs. It then grew into an initiative with PlayStation to support a schools cup tournament that we ran around Europe.
However, it's not just about being a pretty face. You need more to your game than that to score post-retirement.
We've been approached by people, by ex-players or people involved with sports before, but I think John he brings a credibility, and he also brings he's got a sort of a marketing nous about him, and he has this sort of he's one who'll roll up his sleeves and get the job done. I think he isn't a prima donna. He isn't over precious about what he has to do.
A lesson that the next generation of sportsmen would be well advised to note.
I sound like my father a lot when I speak to younger players, but level 7 of Tomb Raider won't actually get you a job when you finish. You've actually got to think about what skills have I got, how can I develop myself as a professional sportsman, as a person.
And that ultimately is as true a lesson in business as it is in sport.